Hey, yo, what is up, guys? Your boy Ed from Elite TV. You already know. We all already know the ban list dropped last night or yesterday in the afternoon, right? And Vanquish so kind of got hit really hard. Not just losing Paradise Smashers, which is not a direct hit, but also losing two Rosins and losing two Stake Your Souls. Stake Your Soul and Rosin being hit at the same time is fucking insane, man. Like, really think about it. Like, the deck already has consistency issues because you have to have certain attributes in hand. So now imagine having two less fires and then having two less of your free special summon, because now you're going to have to definitely commit to your normal summon because you're not always just going to have that special summon in your hand. Like for me, it was a lot of like Stake Your Soul, reveal one of them, special summon. Well, you know, if you reveal Jialong you or an Ash, you special summon your Rosin, and then your Rosin Search and Rosin Pop, right? But the thing is that that's not the story anymore. That's not what's going to be happening. So we're going to go ahead and look over my deck profile, and we're going to go over my list, and we're going to talk about, you know, like if this deck is playable or not, because I think it is. I just don't know if it's going to be the best deck in the room anymore. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, starting off with the deck profile, of course. I'm going to do all of one attribute first so we can do all of those monsters so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But we're going to start off with three. No, I'm just kidding. It's only going to be one Rosin. This your one Lonely Fire Rosin. Like, it's so sad, actually. It's really crazy. I didn't think we were going to get... I didn't think we were going to get Stake Your Soul and Rosin hit at the same list. This is crazy. But one Lonely Rosin, okay? We're going to try to spread out all the attributes. Then we're going to continue with three Jialongs, of course, one Rosin, three Jialongs. You're going to have to up the number of Jialongs for the fires, of course. And Jialong is really not that terrible. I just think that he is kind of a brick, honestly. Now we're going to continue with the next few canines. I have a lot of ideas about this deck, but I don't know, man. We're going to do three Mad Love, of course, with double Borger. I've never lowered the amount of Borger in this deck. I've tried upping it, but I've never lowered it. Two is perfect. A lot of people play one. I don't think that's for me, though. Three Holly Sue. This card will be hit one day, honestly. This card's gonna get hit one day. This card's really good. And then one Caesar. So as we can tell straight off of the gate, we have 4 fire, 4 earth, and then 5 darks. One of the things is that I believe you have to have about the same number of monsters that you do in fire and dark primarily compared to your earths, of course. And with earths already playing the canines, I think that's more than enough. So we're gonna go ahead and put out the rest of those monsters. But look, we need to up the fires. So I caved in and I got the 3 impulses. I actually bought these like about a week ago, right before the ban list, because I wanted to try out Vanquish Soul Rescue Ace, and I've been playing it at my house for a while. I've played it at some locals. I think the locals that I played with this, I actually topped, so that was pretty cool too. But I think this is fine. I think that specifically, I didn't open this enough to be able to say like this card's gas. This definitely came through, but I didn't think I opened it enough. I played it at maybe one locals and I've been testing it for a while, but the one locals that I played it, I probably got that off like 2 to 3 times and played maybe like 4 rounds, 5 rounds, and the 2 to 3 times that it did come up, it helped me out a lot. Like there was one time where like I used this effect to summon this and then this to draw 2, discard 1, right? And then I drew into it like a nib or something. And then I remember like winning that match, or remember winning the matches where this has came up. So I think this is really, really good. And that's just my personal opinion. Moving on, we're going to go ahead and get to the canines now. So Rescue Ace package, of course. Now some canines. We're going to have 3 canine Jokels and then 1 lantern. I feel like canine for me across the board should be standard. Like the amount of canine monsters I play in a deck should straight up be standard all across. And like the quantities and everything, like all canine is really, really good, and it's just supposed to be standard from now on. And that's just my personal opinion. 3 Sunas, Lupus, of course. This wraps up, besides a few hand traps, all of my attributes, of course, right? In here, we're still going to have Ash. We're still going to have D-shifter because I still play D-shifter, but this is mostly what my attributes is at. And somewhere around here is where I always want kind of like my darks and lights, darks and fires to be at like the same hit count, right? So if I have 4 and 4, this makes 8. And then here I have 5 and 4, this makes 9. So by a difference of 1, it's not terrible, honestly. And then over here we have 8. So 8 earths, 8 fires, and then 9 darks. Personally, I would like to have a 10 more fires, but you know, besides that, of monsters that can be used, right? Besides that, like, these should be fine, because then we have the 3 ash and then the 1 shifter to continue building up the amount of fires that I want, right? So at this point now we're going to be up at 10, and then now we're up to, you know, 11. So I saw somebody a while back talking about how they thought that the perfect number for fires in a Vanquishal deck should actually be anywhere between 11 to 12. And I took that to heart because I think that's true. I think that's real. It's one of the reasons that before, when we did have like Rosin at 3, right? I was only playing like 2 of this one, because then that definitely helped out with the number of monsters that we were playing. So then it would be like 3 and 2, that's 5. And then you had 4, which is 9, and 3, that puts you at 12. So you wanted to have it anywhere between like 11 and 12 monsters, and that was really, really good. Here we're gonna have 10 of them. And then honestly, like, I feel like the one thing that I'm not playing right now, which I really want to play, is gonna be like more hand traps and like earth styles, right? So then I would be missing like maybe, I personally feel like I would play like 2 bells in here, but because of how many cards we have in the deck, we're gonna make sure that we don't have too many attributes and then like not enough like other cards. So I had to make the sacrifice and cut out a couple of hand traps. But this is where we're at. I think this is really, really good, and this is such a good lineup of earths, fires, and darks, honestly. Moving on, let's go ahead and keep it going. Last 3 hand traps that are not any attribute specific, just 3 Fuwas. Such a good card. For the spells that we play, 3 case, because you want to be able to get to your into your K9s, honestly, as fast as possible. You want to have access to any of the K9s whenever you need it. X-Force, you play this in every deck. Like, literally any K9 deck that I engine, like, this is slapped in there. Like, this is a really, really good card. I upped the amounts of how many starts we play, because honestly, personally speaking, I've always played 2, but I had been cutting it recently around like the Houston regionals mostly to be able to like play 1, because everybody was playing 1 and everybody was all like, man, don't play 2, 2 is bad. I just think that like with the least amount of fires now in the deck, because like you could have had 2 more fires in the deck, right? You're going to want to get into a fire, and honestly, you're going to want to get into that rosin ASAP. One of the other cards that I saw that somebody was playing was that equip card that we used to play back in the day for Vanquish Souls, where you would equip it to a monster, send it to grave, and then add a fire warrior from deck to hand. That's a really good card. I like it a lot, but I don't like it enough anymore. I don't think it's good enough. I saw somebody play it at locals recently, and I was like, oh man, we're behind. You know, like, I don't know. I don't think it's good enough. You play Stake Your Soul, you play, you know, Return Rhoda, whatever, right? And then this, right? Snow Devil. These are simple, basic stuff. But the one card that I've added that I've been playing for a long time is Continue. Continue is really, really nice. You want to be able to get a second body on board sometimes. Like, you want to be able to get certain things out there. And honestly, I think Continue is going to help you get the bodies that you need on the board to be able to do whatever you need. Like, one of the things is that like a lot of people are not going to have access to like that extra special summon from your Stake Your Soul, because you're not going to be able to see a Stake Your Soul sometimes. So you need to be able to have like a body that you link away and not just add back from the grave, but you can also special summon. And that's why Continue is great, because Continue doesn't just allow you to reborn one from the grave, but it also allows you to add it from grave to hand. Like, I've gone like Rock, and I've gone like Rock to attempt to add, right? But Rock doesn't target, so they're gonna Crow. Yeah, you know, you could add something else, and then you can also play Continue and then target the rosin, and then, you know, you're good to go. You're chilling. It does a lot of stuff, right? We're gonna move on to the extra deck. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Vanquish Soul is not the move for me anymore. It's gonna be one of those decks that I'm actually not gonna play for a while, because I just want to be able to play so many other things. There's going to be like Zodiacs, True Dracos, Dinos, just various things that are actually getting so much more power again, and it's going to be fun to play again. So I'm not going to say that True Draco is going to be 2-1, but it's going to be decks that you guys should definitely look out for content, because I am definitely going to make content for that. 2 rocks and a rocks. 2 rocks and a rocks. It's crazy. I think that this is not a card that I played before, but honestly, I had the space. I really had the space, and it works out well. Like, I think it's a good card. K9 package, simple stuff. More K9 package, simple stuff, because these make this and then makes this, and this card is nuts, you know. A lot of really good stuff. Moving on to some of the links, though. Links that people don't actually make, but I think are actually really, really good, right? People do play SP in this deck pretty frequently, but, you know, I'm also playing the Hida, because you're going to want to reborn that Rosin from your opponent's grave if you're mirror matching. Blackluster Soldier, because, you know what? Guess what? You're just going to go ahead and link your Borger away, because Borger doesn't need to be out on the field to burn for time anymore, so you're just going to link it away. You're going to make one of these bad boys, and you're going to go swing and banish a card on the field. Like, that's going to be crazy. Just beautiful QCR cards that I have. So I play QCR cards. No, I'm just kidding. I play this because I actually think that it's a really, really, really good package. And a lot of people have not been playing like link climbing, like Vanquish Souls, but I have been. And this is really, really good. This gets me out of a lot of pickles. And a lot of people were talking about like, oh, Lunalights and this and Lunalights that. Okay, Lunalights can die by battle. Just make a 53, swing over their towers. You're good to go. This is how I've gotten rid of a lot of the Lunalight players. So this is really, really good. That's what I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy. There's a lot of really cool, like, little niche interactions or decks that I've seen people build. So let me know what you guys think. This is just what I think should be the next move for the Arcanine Vanquish Souls, and this is what I'm going to be playing for fun. I don't know if I'm going to be playing like locally at like my casual locals and stuff, but I probably will be playing this just for fun so I can hang out with my buddies. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys on the next video.